It's Sharon.
It's Tammy.
And it's Beatrice. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Uncut Podcast.
Woo!
Woohoo! Spirits are high today.
Spirits are high. Sun is shining.
Sun is
it's
shining.
the weekend.
Yes.
Obviously, it's actually, it might not be Monday for you, but this episode is dropping on Monday. So if you are listening on Monday, hopefully you've had a great start to your week. And if not, you're about to, because you're about to listen to our episode.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, before we start, please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 100K and we want to see that by December 31st, 2024.
I really want to,
Let
guys.
us have a good dirty December.
Literally.
In Lagos.
In Lagos and Ghana.
Oh yeah, you guys were in Ghana.
I tried it.
Let me see if I make it there. I tried it.
Hey, Lagos Accra. Update my bio.
But yeah, make sure you are subscribed. Like I said, we're on the road to 100K.
We are.
Please make sure you are liking, commenting, sharing with your friends. I know your friends would love this podcast. So why don't you do a good deed? Be a good Samaritan and send this to them to listen to or to watch.
Yeah.
Also, please make sure on Spotify and Apple Podcasts that you are leaving us a 5-star rating. Please, let's get those ratings up. The amount of people are watching and the amount of ratings is not...
It's not adding up, man.
It's not equaling.
It's not
So
a perfect
yes,
combi.
please, definitely
It's
not a perfect combi. But yeah, please make sure you're leaving us a 5-star rating and also leaving a review. Please make sure that you are answering our poll on Spotify.
Yes.
We will ask you a question. We want to get you involved. We want to hear what you guys are thinking. So please make sure you are answering the poll. And make sure you're following us on all of our social media. That is the Uncut Podcast. Anywhere, please make sure you're following us on Snapchat. We need money. Thank you.
Yeah, facts.
Yes. But anyway.
Okay, go on. Are you doing something? Don't get me started first. And then we'll do dilemma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The dilemma can't turn into something. So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so we are going to do a Don't Get Me Started. If you don't know what that is, then you must not be following us on Instagram. Every week, we try to share. We ask a question on our stories and we get you guys' opinion and we read it live on the pod. So this week's Don't Get Me Started is, what is a dating non-negotiable that became very quickly negotiable?
Before we go through it, what's your responses?
Ooh,
When you get put on the spot, boy, you people
Wait,
gonna
okay,
say
so
back.
does this mean that I've negotiated?
You've
it?
negotiated.
I will now.
No, you have negotiated.
Okay, my thing is height.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, height.
You have you didn't even negotiate. You just accepted.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. We were the same
height.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, do you know what it is? It's because I'm 5'3". So for me, for the man to be the same height as me,
it's not that deep
I'm
for
like,
us. It's not that deep for us because the
It's not that
guy
deep
still
for
got
us.
legs.
Still got
legs on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And one of my aunties, I think when she's not wearing heels, she's around about the same height, but maybe just a little bit short. But trust me, her husband's pocket is very high.
Hey, come on.
It's very high. So that is doing the, the lifting.
Yeah.
Because
standing on those dollar bills.
Because that woman looks good.
Yeah.
I
was going to say that.
Do you think I can negotiate that?
What height?
Yeah, as in date someone my height.
I think you could. I think
you could, but I think at the same time, I think you're spoiled. I think Sharon is spoiled for choice.
Yeah, she's
in
spoiled
terms
for
of
choice.
guys that are taller than you.
Yes, I am. But whether those men are approaching me, that's
no. But not about that. We're just talking about that.
We're just talking about.
I do feel like if you found a guy that was like your height, like, and he was like, I would be like, go for it.
Yeah, I would say go for it.
Yeah. I don't know if anyway. This is not.
Look at the married. Think about the married people in your life. How many of them is the husband significantly taller than the wife?
It's not common. It's not common.
It's not common. Because
but the thing is, my thing. Okay, so maybe I don't think I've negotiated this, but one thing that I always say is that my preference would be for my man to be taller than me when I wear heels. And people laugh and they're like, "Oh, that's so easy," but it's not necessarily that easy in my opinion. But I would actually I would date.
How tall are you? 5
heels is still. I think you're
still shorter than both of us.
Am I?
Yes.
What was your height?
Okay, maybe just about, but I think
what are you? What are you? 5'3"?
5'3.5.
No, because if she wears 3 or 4 inch heels, that she even reach 5'10". Come on, sit down, Joe.
She's not.
Yeah,
I'm crying. I was gonna say, sorry,
for
me, obviously you guys were one of the major ones for me that I negotiated was a guy. like driving. Like I always said I would.
Beatrice, again, she didn't even
No,
negotiate.
that's something that I would have. Well, this episode would have come out after the live show.
Yeah.
That was going to be my non-negotiable.
Yeah.
No, but this one is not negotiable.
Oh yeah, for you. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
for
but
me,
no.
it's not
I
negotiable.
can negotiate.
And this is what I'm
No,
going to say.
I can't
I
negotiate.
negotiated it, and I think now having gone through
Through
that
it?
experience, I would never negotiate it again.
Never.
But do you,
Not because of him, just because I'm deeping like the actual effort was actually
A
annoying
lot.
me.
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
lot.
annoying me.
But what I was going to
Even
say
when
is,
things
could
were
you
good.
do it?
Mm-hmm.
Could you be with somebody who had a license and maybe they
Had the license, as in they passed a test and they've got a license.
yes, as in
So they can drive. So they can drive. They just don't have a. They just don't
They
have
just
a
don't
car.
have a car right
That's
now.
different.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
You need to be able to
you
drive.
wouldn't be okay with that.
No, you need
See,
to be able
this
to
is what I'm
drive.
trying to
Because-
say.
yeah, no,
Your
no.
situation was a little bit different because he could not drive
Yeah.
physically. Like, as in,
Yeah.
but if he like, if
I said he couldn't drive because he doesn't have a license.
Because he didn't have a
It's not like he
license.
doesn't have a car.
Oh, but he knows how to drive.
he's well,
not anymore.
Not
Chan.
anymore. You know what I mean?
But anyway,
No, not allowed and knowing how to drive is two different things.
yeah, but I feel like if you haven't driven for a really
you haven't
long
driven for a long time,
you'll
you're
forget
gonna
what
have
you've
to-
gotten.
yeah.
No, I wasn't even trying to be shady.
Yeah, not at
Yeah,
all.
that's
So
fine.
I'm saying now, I think I'm not like Tammy. You don't have to have a car. Like, as in, ideally,
Yeah.
you do have a car, but
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm always gonna have some sort of vehicle
Yeah.
or some sort of transport.
Even if it's a tricycle.
No, because you guys know what I'm driving now.
No, I know, but we know what you're sleeping in.
That part.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
In Beatrice's house, we can all sleep in a separate room.
Yeah, so
And not have to share.
not have to
Okay.
share.
But my thing is that, what's the point of having a license if you don't have a car?
Because, for example, some people just don't need it.
Yeah, some people have
Nah,
sold
man.
their car, man.
Some people don't need
Nah,
it. Some people
man.
sold their car. Like,
But I think, okay, it's different if maybe we both have our license and we both
Yeah.
don't have a car. Okay,
Yeah.
let's be taking the train together.
yeah.
But me, how
No.
can I have a car and you not have a car?
But if you can
No, but
drive
if-
your, if you
okay.
can drive your car,
No, wait, no. Let's not even take it.
is that a stretch?
Let's not even take
Oh,
it there.
I'm fine with that.
wouldn't
Drive my
mind
car.
I
Drive
wouldn't
my
mind
car.
that. But let's not take it there. Let's just say that he just feels like he does not need a car because he
Yeah.
lives in central London.
Yeah, I just,
Like he's bought a place in flipping
Tammy, you're saying if he's bought a
What?
place and he's living in London,
central London, and he's like, I
Come
don't need a
on,
car
Tammy.
because I
Any
literally.
black man that has bought a car, bought a house in central London and doesn't have a car, you people would not be looking at that person like a serious person.
I would.
Of course they would have
He
a car.
takes other boxes.
Unless he doesn't have a license. It's different if he doesn't have a
No, because
license.
I have friends who
Majority of people, a
Mm.
majority of black men have a car. They know how
Ready.
ready.
No, it's true,
Yeah,
it's
you're
true,
right.
it's true, it's
Let's
true.
You need to be ready to ride out. You need to be ready to ride out. Yeah.
Look at the stats.
Right now, eh?
Ride out, you know
Look
what
at the
I
stats.
mean?
And
Nah, we
I'm not being shallow. I'm not being
Yeah.
anything. I'm just saying, look at the stats.
Yeah, I hear you.
Which black
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I ain't looking at them. Yeah. No, but anyway, Shab,
Give us underground parking. Can we
Yeah, it's true. It's
But
true.
what
It's
I
true.
was- What I was thinking is more like my friends who moved to London from
Yeah,
Essex
yeah,
and they
of course.
sold
Sold
their
their car
cars
because they
because
don't
they're
need
like,
it.
what's the
Yeah.
point? I'm just
That's
using
fine.
public
Yeah,
transport.
That's fine.
yeah.
But
But I hear you though. Okay, so anyway, back on that one. What I'm saying is that now it definitely will be a non-negotiable
Yeah,
for me because I'm
100%.
just like the
100%.
ease of everything. And now me moving and living by myself, I'm just like, you need to be able to come to mine freely, like as in not
Innit?
waiting
Can
on
you pick me up from the
transportation, not picking up.
Chill.
You pick me up for the station?
Let's read what people have said, Sha.
Okay, so some people agreed with you. Someone said height. They would negotiate that.
I think I would negotiate height as well. To be fair,
Yeah, because
like as in like, my ideal would be taller, but like I can probably do my height,
Just taller than you on level ground.
level ground,
level ground.
normal height.
That's your preference.
My
Yeah,
my
because
lowest
if you
is my
start-
is my height.
Because if you start
wow.
wearing when we wear heels,
yeah,
we are over 6 foot.
yeah.
Please start counting 6 foot over 6 foot guys that you're seeing
That
are
are
even
attractive,
sensible,
that
that
are
are even
even attractive.
attractive and sensible.
Yeah, it's true.
We're
Sensible.
down to 1%.
Nah, literally. I can even probably count on my hand.
Fam,
Let's
Hey,
go.
yeah.
next question.
Next question. What's the next one?
Okay, so someone said open relationship. I cannot negotiate.
So that would be open relationship.
Was a non-negotiable? They cut negotiate. Oh, that guy
That
must
goes-
be that guy must be
bringing in
Hey.
kind of money that
Hey.
I've never seen before.
Hey, must be transforming
I'm
my
gonna
life.
get it how I can get it.
Oh, honey.
Nah, that's
honey.
crazy. That's
You
crazy.
cannot enter that relationship and leave that relationship the same way. Like, as in, that has to be a stepping stone to greatness because that's the only way you can accept that.
Tolerate some sort of nonsense.
What?
Ah,
Hey.
that guy is an investor.
He's an investor.
in my dreams.
Reminded me of Jocelyn and Stevie J. You know?
Oh yeah.
You love me, wanna love me, love it.
Oh, that's so someone said fashion sense.
I cannot negotiate.
I cannot negotiate that.
Okay. Let me put this on the table. Let me put this on the table. I could probably negotiate if I see that you have something. Maybe you just need a push.
Okay.
A little bit. You've got the skeleton. You've got the outline.
Yeah.
You just need someone to feel it. You've got the pieces of the puzzle.
Give me I'm confused at what that means in reality. So what does it mean by you had the outline?
I would say maybe like this isn't even necessarily a bad fashion sense, but it's just like he doesn't have a fashion sense, right? Where he just always wears black, for example. No matter where we're going, you're always wearing black. You don't know how to wear any kind of clothes. You don't know how to.
Okay.
But you're still wearing a nice tee and a nice trouser.
Okay,
or
that's one.
Let's say someone has a lot of nice pieces, but maybe just doesn't know how to piece
Put
them together.
Okay,
They have like,
so they have a good eye for good tops.
They'll have statement pieces.
Yeah.
But when no, you can't wear that shoe.
Okay.
They have good pieces, but let's just work together to But someone that's just buying anything, buying white shoe, another shoe.
Hey. Pink trouser, red tee.
Hey.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know where to begin.
Pepto-Bismol. Get out.
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
You know the one you don't even know. You don't even know how to start.
Yeah.
So you just leave that one.
Like I said, and we said this, if you guys missed out, we went on live, we were talking about this sort of things, and also we would have discussed this elsewhere. But literally just like the fear of being scared of what your man was going to wear when you go out. For example, it's date night now. You're meeting him at the location, or you're meeting him there.
We're even talking about date night. Your own birthday party.
Hey! And you say, what are you wearing? No, I'm not sure. I'll think of something later.
I need to vet it before.
If you don't,
please turn it up to his house night before.
No, can I see your outfit? Yeah, legit. And you know them guys are so stubborn. They'll go and now switch it last minute and just be like, I weren't feeling it, you know what I mean? So I decided to put on the jump.
Broke. I beg you.
Hey.
No.
You're sick, fam.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely sick.
Someone said a man with a child. My fiance has 2 from 2 different relationships.
Yes.
I think I can negotiate having a child, but it can't be two from two different.
Can it be 2 from the same?
Even that one is a bit of a hard pill to swallow.
It's true because
That's
that
stuck in my throat.
That one they did it. No, but it's true. They did it
and they did it again.
Nah, that's serious. That's serious.
It just shows that you're just spreading seeds. You don't even know.
No, but let's say that they were in a committed relationship.
No. And if you have a child with someone from a relationship, fine. Can't now go into another relationship, have a child, and you're not. What's going on? Why are you just
spreading
seeds? So when I come now, is that what you're going to do? You're going to make me have a child and leave me?
You're actually adding me to the roster. Yeah, no.
I can negotiate being with someone that has kids.
Yeah.
Kid. Let me just say kid.
Yeah.
1.
I think 1 for me is my max.
1 is my max.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Last one. Someone said finances. Now, what are we talking about exactly? Like, are you broke? Yeah. Or are you just irresponsible?
And what was your aim before? Because when you said something's
you're now negotiating finances.
Yeah. So what was the
non-negotiable before?
Yeah.
Earning a certain amount, having a certain amount saved.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? Because finances is very broad.
Very broad.
Do you have a house?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have assets? Are you investing?
Yeah, it's true.
Could you guys date?
No.
I haven't even.
I know.
What's the question?
Whatever it is to do with finances, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Ask the question. I'm just joking.
I was going to say, could you date someone now that is... You guys could date someone 10 years older than you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
10. What am I?
37.
Did you say yours? What's your limit?
My thing is, right now it's 35.
35, yeah. I'm about 35.
I think around 35 to 37. So yeah, 10. 10 is like...
10 is like,
you must have everything
on lock.
Okay, so I was going to say, could you date someone that's 10 years older than you but doesn't have a house?
So what have you been doing? You had a 10-year head start from me. So what have you been doing? What have you been doing?
Nah, it's impossible.
The thing is, me too, I don't have a house. I don't have anything. Just have a car. That's all I have. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, even when if I'm approaching the age of 40, I at least have to have something. Like, even if it's a 1-bed flat, even if it's a, just something that I can just say, no, this is my own. Huh?
But we're not trying to undermine how tough and difficult it is.
It is tough in this economy. As for me,
that's my preference.
Nah.
And I would be concerned.
Yeah.
I would
What
be
age would you
concerned.
start being concerned?
I'd be concerned from probably about 34 onwards. Because
If you're not
I think
old.
as well, it depends on
If
the
you're-
context of your family.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, you're the provider basically.
yeah, like it depends on the
Yeah.
responsibilities you have to take
Yeah.
as a,
Could you,
as a man.
date somebody whose family's
Needy.
relying on them?
Aye.
Not needy.
Sorry.
I didn't say
that's
that's
been the
relying.
dilemma on I said what I said. Like, they've had a dilemma where it's like either a girl was with a guy where basically the guy's family just been like taking advantage of him, asking him for money because obviously he's the breadwinner, and obviously she's being affected because she's just seeing them treating him like shit basically. And then it's kind of like, how do you even navigate that situation? Do you stay with someone like that, like ride it out because he's such a nice guy, he does this and that, but you can see him being pushed over by his family, and is that a trait that you want in a man?
Or to be pushed over by your family?
if you're
Oh,
seeing-
hell no.
Because one thing about me,
Hell no.
I love my family. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. Kiss,
But
kiss.
I can.
But they know not
that.
play around.
They know.
not get play
No.
around me. Sorry.
No, facts.
Sorry.
Facts.
They already know that.
I call my
One
parents
thing-
out
Fam,
24/7, 10 days
my
a
mum
week.
already knows.
Facts. Step out of line, boy.
Fam.
We're having a combo.
Immediately.
Yeah,
guys are
facts.
crazy.
Do you ever warn your parents before you get to an establishment? Look,
Yeah.
you cannot, but maybe it's just my mum. I'm like, you cannot say
These
this.
kind of
We need to give you a list of just avoid this topic. Don't bring it up.
Facts.
I do that, but more as like a reminder. Like if I go out with like my mum or whatever, and I'm like, just as a reminder, like please don't go and ask about this
Yes.
because it's not going too well
It's not-
right
yeah,
now. It
yeah,
might
yeah,
be
yeah,
awkward.
yeah, yeah.
But
Don't ask.
I
this
don't
question.
think my parents normally do things that warrant me to be like, hey.
No, but
No,
it's-
sometimes
the way
you
they
just
do
have
it's
to-
so it's so
They
subtle.
do it in a way, and then they'll now be making it like
That
it's a joke.
Yeah.
I just be like, listen.
Please.
That
That joke ain't flying.
No,
not today,
no,
not
no.
today, child.
Not
Try
today,
again
yeah,
next week.
Not today, yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know, about the whole house thing. I think like it would be a preference, but then also if you're like, I don't know, I think context matters.
So, but you'd have to have enough. Would you want them to be in a position where they could?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't be far off a bit where you're starting from
No,
scratch.
no. Start from scratch.
That's what we said now.
That's what we're saying. That's right.
No,
If you're
no.
approaching the age of 40,
I don't think I even care about the context. I'll be so real.
Oh, yeah, fair.
£0 in savings at 37. No.
Maybe because you're the leader, like you're not the leader, but you're basically looking after your whole family.
I
No,
don't
no.
think I could even
I don't
step
think
into a
I could.
situation
Yeah,
like that.
no,
That's
me
too
either.
much.
It's
Because
a lot.
then also when we get married, it also becomes now my responsibility to do
100%.
that as well.
You have
And
to
I got
start
my
putting
own
your money
family,
aside for the family.
I got
and
my
for
own
the mum.
family here. I got my own
Nah.
family there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, thank
nah.
you.
Trust. It is
So,
well. Anywho.
should we quickly do song of the week?
So anyway, if you guys don't know, each week we add songs to our playlist. The playlist that we're talking about is available on Spotify and Apple Music, and also it is available on YouTube. So basically, each month we add songs to the playlist, and we have a theme that we dedicate to that month.
Yeah.
The month of June is dedicated to Amapiano. So that is the theme.
Guys, before we even get into it,
mm.
if you have any songs that you want to recommend me to listen to, please DM me on
Yeah, no,
Instagram and
facts.
give me some recommendations.
Me too.
because
Yeah.
as well, boy.
Because I love Amapiano. Like when you go to a party or like the club or something, and you hear someone say like, "Oh yeah, I know," but you never actually know. And then even the way that the DJs mix,
They mix too much
Yeah,
now.
you
That you
so you
can't
don't even
even
know.
yeah.
You won't know
what
if it's
song,
one
if that's
song
even the
or
song, or
three
maybe it's the
songs.
beat and then the
Yeah.
lyrics. Yeah. So yeah, DM me some recommendations and stuff like that.
Me
But
too.
I'm just gonna add
Good one.
I'll add that one.
That's the
And
truth.
can we do Niger piano, or does it just have to be Amma?
No, I think we can add
It
that.
depends. What do you want to say?
Zino Liski. Which one is it? Kilo Feshe.
Is that
Yeah, kind of, but
Nah.
doesn't really. It's not really
It does. If you listen to the song, it has. Oh, let me add Davido and
Okay.
I
Okay,
got a
let's
friend. No,
Okay.
that's Amapiano.
Okay.
I got a friend.
Got you.
Baby Kush, my friend. I got a friend.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna add one this week. I'm gonna add Can Kane. I added this to the playlist like a while back when just adding random songs. So Can Kane is featuring, it's by Conke, featuring Musa Keys and a couple of other artists, which I won't go into listing all their names. But that is the song I'm going to add to the playlist this week. What about you, Sharon?
I'm going to add, because you just reminded me, K-Star remix for Holistic and Davido. And then I'm going to add, have we already added Abalele?
Yeah.
I've already added
It's
that one.
Adiwele.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember you
is it
said you
Adiwele?
thought it was something else.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a winner. I'm a
it is
winner.
well.
Yeah.
It is well. See, I don't even know.
Is that the
the
song
thingy.
you're going to add then?
No, so I'm going to also add, I don't think I added this last time. Did I add Big Flexer last time?
Yeah,
You did.
Oh, sorry. I'm always really bad at this. I always add things that I've forgotten. I'm gonna add Tanzania Uncle Waffles.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
Cool. I'm gonna add those songs.
Cool. So those are the songs we'll add to the playlist. Make sure you guys check it out. So obviously the theme this month is Amapiano. And guys, please send your suggestions. Like, this is the time for us to learn more about Amapiano.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've already recommended our friends playlist. Go back to the episode or see whether you can find it. It's called Roofie We Want a Party playlist.
Yeah.
And yeah, just guys, send us more recommendations. We want to vibe along to Amapiano. This is the season now.
Yeah,
We're entering
so-
summer. So that's what it's basically all about. So give us recommendations and we'll definitely read through it and add them to the playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So we're just going to move on to the dilemma. And I don't know whether this dilemma needs a trigger warning,
Oh no.
but there's trigger warning of some sort of like sexual exploitation.
Oh, dear.
And I know what I've said might sound extreme for the thing, but I don't know what category to place it
No
under.
problem.
Cool. Hi, ladies. I need advice. I was in a 5-year relationship, most which was long distance as he traveled. We dated for 4.5 years and then got married.
Oh.
I was 19 when I fell in love. I supported him financially, paused my studies, and worked 2 jobs while he was at home.
Ah.
I trusted him, so I never questioned him. And when I threw myself into working towards our future, I didn't think to stop and doubt him. I was going through his old phone looking for our first photo we took together to print for our 1-year wedding anniversary when I came across several screenshots of him cheating throughout the 5 years.
Jesus
He was
Christ.
so good at gaslighting. I had no way of not believing him, no matter my gut feeling. I had too much self-doubt by then. I was broken and in shock. I was so broken, I actually tried to make it work and we actually went to therapy. We were trying to get pregnant before I found out everything. And after my first pregnancy scare, I knew I couldn't bring a child into this world with him. I somehow got the courage to file for divorce while he was away. I had no parental or family support during this time because no one knew about this side of my marriage. I called his sister and mother crying and told them. His mum said, I'm lucky to have a hardworking man like her son. And she's questioning how I'll look after her baby if I called. And she's questioning how I'll look after her baby if I called like this. Sure, I don't know. But that's not all. About a week after starting divorce proceedings, I was using his old phone when I discovered a folder and saw that he was distributing sexually explicit materials of myself as well as other young females to his friends/contacts.
What the hell
I
is
was
that?
able to identify some of the other females since they follow him on Instagram.
What?
My God.
There was a WhatsApp group consisting of about 6 men. The group members exchanged the media, and my husband at the time had one point asked for new nudes and not the usual girls.
Hey!
I confronted him and asked if he had. I confronted him and asked if he had ever distributed my private and intimate photos or videos to other people, to which he admitted doing without my knowledge and consent. He also disclosed that he had an agreement with his friends to send these personal and intimate videos in exchange for other sexually explicit material.
They're doing basketballs.
I was able to record part of this conversation. This man was my husband. I tried to take a stand for myself and the other women, but after consulting criminal lawyers who said we will have a good case because it was a pornography ring, they could offer us no. But because it was a pornography ring, they could they could...
Can you start that bit again,
Okay,
please?
cool. I tried to take a stand for myself and the other women, but after consulting criminal lawyers who said we had a good case because it was a pornography ring, they could offer us no protection.
So because it's a pornography ring, they can't
They
do
can't,
anything.
they can't. It was also beyond financial maintainable, and we would have to pay and could not claim from the perpetrators in this criminal case.
Why though?
It's been 10 months and still doing my best to heal from everything. I was told after 2 years I won't be able to open a case anymore. So that means I have 1 year and 2 months left to decide. What would your advice be if it was you?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I am so sorry.
And she sent this in. This isn't one that I just found. She sent this in.
I am so sorry that you have had to endure this.
People are wicked. What do you mean you have a
wicked and
an
bad
arrangement with your friends to send explicit videos
of
yourself,
your wife,
of your wife,
and getting other
ones, and
in
you're asking,
exchange.
and you're saying, what did you say about the new? No,
I don't want the old one.
I don't want the usuals. Give me the new nudes. Hey, men and their audacity.
Somebody that paused her studies to go and be working two jobs while she sat on your ass at home. Is everything okay,
bro?
Oh, that man must crumble.
Facts.
He must crumble.
100%.
No, I think she has to open the case. Although I do think it will bring up a lot of... Do you know what it is? I feel like she should, just because he needs to be brought to justice, or what's the word?
The whole people.
He needs to be held accountable. And,
Thank you. Yes, that
suffer the consequences.
He must suffer.
All of them, not even just him.
Not just him, but him mainly, bruv. Like, I don't know these other guys, but you must suffer for definite. All of them should, but this one that they're saying that, it's because it's a pornography ring, they can't do anything. So maybe she can only file against like one person, I don't know. But I feel like she should. But the only other thing is that you need a strong support system around you. And I think you mentioned in the dilemma that other people didn't know because you hadn't told them yet. I don't know if that was like a while ago and if you've now told your family. Well, I'm guessing you would have because you filed for divorce. I don't know anyway. But you need a strong support system, and you also need someone that you can speak to on a regular basis, like a therapist or something. Because I can imagine that this is going to get very ugly. But I just feel like, first of all, if nothing's done now, he's just going to continue doing what he's doing with other women. Not that it's your responsibility to bring him to justice on behalf of these other ladies, but I just think it's bigger than just you as well. But nah, oh my gosh.
Crazy, right? Absolutely
I
crazy.
don't even have words.
It's so sad. So sad. I think I agree with you as well. Like, I would actually say, like, more than anything, that they need to be held accountable. Like, they can't just get away scot-free. But I can understand the pain, like, having to bring all that up again.
All again, yeah.
That is a lot. It's a lot. But I just can't believe that your so-called spouse could do such a thing.
Yeah.
Like, is sex, like, is it that? Like, is it
that deep?
Is it that deep? Like, why are men so fixated on stuff like this? I just don't understand, like, why are men so... Like, they just move so erratic when it comes to sexual stuff. Do you know what I mean? Do women... I don't know. I don't feel like women move so scatty like this. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe there are women sending dick pics and sending everything in a WhatsApp group and calling it daddy. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I've seen this curvature before. I want a new one.
Yeah, like, can you imagine?
Nah.
I've seen this girth before. I want something stronger. That's crazy.
This ain't Patreon.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no. I don't know, you know. I don't know.
Sad. It's sad. I'm in so much shock.
I never... Like,
why are you laughing?
You absolutely finished me with...
Sorry.
You finished me with what you just said. Sorry. But I don't know if women are doing that.
I don't know if women are doing that. I don't know if women are doing that. I'm so sorry, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not in those group chats. But
maybe that was the dark deep web or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe. But wow, that is so...
Men are so...
wicked. This wicked doesn't
I don't even know whether to use a negative word. I think it's more like men are so
audacious,
interesting, because it's kind of like, how did we even get here?
Yeah.
Like, How was the group chat even formed?
Yep.
What kind of conversations are you having in
When you said
order
they had
to
an
get
agreement, when you said
an
they had an
agreement? So are you telling me that there's some sort of contract
Yeah.
or like a written agreement that you've now come and printed out,
yeah.
presented it in front of the 6 men and told them to sign?
This
Is that
is
not just very interesting?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like this isn't even a stranger. Like she knew this guy for 4.5 years before they got married.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
you're sending nudes of your wife to your friends.
No, that's insane.
I have never heard of anything like that before.
No.
Because at least men, what we know of them is that they're territorial.
Mm.
So at least it's like, I'm not trying to say I understand, I don't, yeah? But like, I would be less surprised if it was just like some random women. But your wife?
Yeah. it's
And then the
insane.
mother-in-law, we haven't even reached you. We haven't
Yeah,
forgotten.
we haven't forgotten about you.
Wicked woman.
Kid.
Honestly, I feel like so many. This podcast has been so great because it's been so eye-opening and
Yep.
enlightening. I'm so sorry, but before I used to think like, oh, okay, well, if like his parents aren't like the best, like it wouldn't necessarily affect my relationship. Like it would, but like not to that extreme. Like I think as long as we're good,
Yeah, then
and
everything's
then
fine.
everything's fine. Absolutely not.
No.
Because I've just told you what your son has done, and you're trying to tell me that. What did she say? Something about
Oh. What's she
Something like
saying?
you're not telling my baby or
Something-
What did she
some-
say?
what kind of
She
nonsense?
said, I'm lucky to have a hardworking man.
Hardworking. First of all, do you know that your son was sitting on his bum whilst I quit my university studies or whatever studies it
working
was?
two
I was
jobs.
working 2 jobs to provide for this man. About hardworking, bruv. Continue. What else did she say?
Lucky to have a hardworking man like her son. And she's questioning how I'll look after her baby
Get
if
out.
I called like this.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Mm.
Get out, man.
Mm.
That woman hates you. She doesn't love you at all.
No love.
Like, it's so crazy because I genuinely feel like my parents will definitely see my spouse as their child.
100%.
Mhm.
Like, though I feel like the way that they love me, they'll love my spouse the same. So
Yep.
like
Yep.
you just expect that would be the case, but it's absolutely not
Mm.
all the time. It's scary.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry, that one got
Yeah.
me irate.
I know. So what was the actual? She just said. Oh, so the question was, should she go ahead and?
No, the question that she actually asked was
Should she file?
what would your advice to her be?
Yeah, I
Or
think
what would
regarding whether
yeah.
or
So
not
we
she should.
so
whether-
we both said that she should go ahead. Tammy, what was your advice?
with the divorce?
No,
No,
with the
I think she's divorced.
She said you divorced.
with the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 1 year and 2 months is still a long time for there to be a case built up.
Mm.
And I understand that. I think there's some like financial struggles
Oh,
as well.
yes.
There's
you
that
have to
element
pay.
as well. Just trying your hardest because women, like, I just can't believe, like, I've never even heard anything like this before. Like, I don't even know. My thing would be to fight as much as you can because you don't want to, let's say that you have the case and then let's say you lose the case. At least you can say that, oh, you tried your best. Like, you don't want to go and be like, oh, wait 1 year and 2 months and be like, oh, I wish I would have, you don't want any regrets, basically.
Mm.
Like, you want to make sure that you exhausted all options and tried your very best to fight this case. And the thing is, I know, like, even with this case, you're also healing from a loss of a marriage, the trust being broken between
Yeah.
you and your husband, and then just the shame of your private parts or your body being distributed to other men. That in itself is already a lot to handle. And then obviously building this case upon someone that you once loved. And the thing is, you probably still love that person because you love the person that he presented himself to be.
Yeah. Oh,
So
That
yeah,
one
it's,
is a
it's
painful one
lot.
to swallow.
It's very painful.
how?
Go on.
Sorry, I was about to change direction a little bit. So you finish.
No.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I was just gonna say, how do you guys like? I don't know if this is too deep. So obviously, if you don't answer, but like, how do you guys like mourn a relationship or mourn like the idea of what someone was?
That's a good question.
I think for me though, I don't think I'm the norm because I think
Absolutely not.
I don't think I'm
not.
the norm.
Come
But-
to this side. This is the norm.
yeah.
What's up with
The
that?
camera will pan to you in a bit. But I was just gonna say that is exactly what helps because when you Yeah, sorry. Sorry, there was a fly in my face. Don't worry, this studio's fine.
Don't worry. Yeah, I was gonna say we don't normally have flies.
When you have a jungle behind, why would there not be flies?
Not be?
All sorts of niche
oh my gosh. But what I was gonna say is that I do exactly what you said. So I think it's very easy.
What I said.
Yeah, in terms of for me, the way I mourn is because I know that the person who they are now is not the person that I believe them to be.
Yeah.
So like
this is a stranger.
So it's a stranger. I don't know that person. And like that's not if I had to go back in time and I was presented that this is the person that you are, I would not choose you.
Yeah.
So that's the only comfort that it gives me. So it's not necessarily like obviously I mourn that person, but that person doesn't exist.
Do you mourn the plans that you had?
For me, I find it very easy to just dissociate because again, it's fixated on something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So like that's the only thing for me that like helped me anyway with the situation I went through was just being able to know like, look, like if I had the ability to go back in time, I would 1000% never choose you. And like what like sorry, is that
no that's true. It's true.
I would never choose you. Like I would never have the happiness I'm deemed to like I deserve through you. So why like I don't spend time mourning it because I'm not mourning. I don't explain it. It's easy.
It makes
because
you're able to dissociate. Like you're able to completely.
She's looking at it as if like they're two different people in front of her.
Yeah, 110%.
Like one of them never existed, and the person that does exist, I don't even.
You
know
don't want them.
I don't want that. I
don't even want you. I don't even know you.
I don't know you.
Yeah.
But I can imagine though, if I'm trying to think about a situation where it wasn't as like.
The way that
it wasn't as bad, like it wasn't as, you know what I mean?
What about like someone like just fell out of love?
And I think that can be, especially when that can be very difficult. And I think for that one, I don't actually have an answer. Like I don't know how I would navigate, and I think I would struggle. But I think it's definitely a lot easier to move on and mourn a situation when there's an actual cause and reaction, and you know that like you can that future that you pictured, you actually physically cannot get it because that person is not that person. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't exist. Whereas if the person actually fully is exactly how they were, but they just don't like you, but that person is still true to themselves. They're still the same. Do you know what I mean? Like. It's
cheat,
a lot more.
Please,
huh?
I'm begging you.
Just cheat.
Just cheat, please.
Just do something. Give me something.
I need something.
I need to hate you. Nah, facts. I feel like that helps. You know, it does help.
Yeah.
What about you, Tam?
Yeah.
What's the question?
I said, how do you mourn a relationship, like both the person and also the plans that you once had?
How do you mourn? For me, it was very difficult to come to terms that.
Sorry.
What's funny?
God, it was difficult. I always think about you in the mirror at work. Even though I wasn't there, but the way you described it.
Bro, if you don't know, when my relationship came shit, what's even the term?
Tits up.
Fam, I went into the mirror and I just looked at myself. I said, who the heck is this? My hair was all over the place. I did shuku.
This time that you see now was not the time.
Unrecognizable.
I was unrecognizable. Like I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my God. And in regards to the question, it's very difficult to come to terms with your reality that you had already built, you'd already like in your mind, you'd already seen where it was going. For it to all come crashing down within an hour or something like that. Let's just give it time. Within an hour. Instantly. Like it's a lot to process.
Yeah.
And I still feel like, not that I'm still processing it, but still, sometimes I still think about like, God damn, like 2 years ago, I was thinking that I was going to be on this hill of...
that's
just
normal.
Like sometimes just thinking back, like, oh, like, I wonder how life would have been. Like, I wonder how life would have been if I was still in that situation or things like that. And in terms of like mourning it, it's very difficult. Beatrice is very different to me. Like the way Beatrice handled her situation, I even was like clapping. Thank
for
you.
10 days.
For 10.
Coming out the NHS workers.
For 10
NHS workers.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well done.
Well done. Because me and my home, that's not what happened in my home. That's not what happened in my home.
I'm crying.
It was
I
very...
don't think you guys deep. We had to call Tammy's mum to get through to Tammy.
No, serious.
Serious. It was shambolic.
Yeah.
But like I said,
tough,
it's very
tough.
Very tough.
But can I just say, sorry, just not to take away from your situation, but like, obviously we're already kind of laying it out now.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like it's the best thing. One of the best things that's happened to me to, number one, not be in that relationship anymore.
Yeah.
And I now question, like I do sometimes have moments where I question, like, did I ever actually really love that person? Because of how quick I was able to dissociate from it, one. And also two, obviously, like, we always say stuff like the grass is not always greener. Yes, like, obviously I'm back in the dating pool now. And
But the grass is greener.
But the grass is very green. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like,
What part,
when I
like, what do you
say,
mean?
what I mean is that, like, it's possible to...
There's light at the end of the tunnel. But then at the same time, I think in what she's saying is that because of you already said that some of the non-negotiables became negotiable.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You realise that, hold on, some of these stuff that I was negotiating this side of the grass, there's nothing to negotiate.
No.
So of course the grass will be green.
They're even
right.
overdoing.
You're
Do you
right.
understand?
Obviously, not saying that it's not perfect, by the way.
No,
I'm not with
not,
anyone.
no.
I don't like. I could be like, damn, like, you know, when I get a relationship, like, oh, I ain't the same, ain't hitting like that. I don't know, but I do just feel like maybe also it's just the idea that, like I said, the way that I dissociated myself from that situation was more that I know that the future that I wanted, I couldn't get from you.
Mm-hmm.
I have hope that there's somebody that can give me that future.
When did you realise that? In the relationship or after?
No, after. Completely after.
It would be after.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
No.
But I'm saying that in regards to Beatrice, she was, as soon as she found out the situation, she was able to completely say that this is not the person that I thought I was with.
Yeah.
So she's very quick in the sense of that she just knew that that's not running, as opposed to me, who was like, I'm a lot more emotional. I'm thinking about the first time that we said hello to each other. I'm thinking like all of that stuff. Beatrice is able to just say that, no, but that person that said hello to me for the first time, that person does not exist to me. But in how I was, that person
was still
existing.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me to completely disconnect.
This is just a question. When you say he did exist, you mean like he actually existed, or as in he existed as a figment in your imagination?
No. He actually existed.
Oh, okay, got you.
Because I think in my situation, I don't want to let out everything. But I'm saying I'm saying in my situation, I feel like the person I was with just wasn't ready for the commitment, the level of commitment that.
But he was still the same character.
But he was still the same character. Like, this person was. It's not like, oh, I just met them, we just fell in love, and we just. No, we were genuinely friends. So
that's the hard
another
part
thing as well that I was mourning is literally the friendship. Like,
well, I said,
that was that person was my best friend. Like, and then when that completely got cut out, I just felt like, oh my God, where am I? Like, I'm by myself. I have no one to talk. Like, I have no one to. Even if someone pisses me off or someone says something, I have no one that I can even like vent to or call.
Sorry, again, I don't mean to cut. Just hella questions.
Yeah.
Have you thought about how you can avoid that sort of situation next time? In terms of like, maybe leaning on other people so then that person doesn't necessarily become your only... I'm not saying your only friend because that's not what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean like, and I'm not saying that you need a best friend, but what I'm trying to say is like, you can still have someone to talk to if someone...
I definitely did have someone... I definitely did have people even before him, still now that I can definitely lean on. But the ease of leaning on your partner before anyone else, the accessibility to that is a lot more than if it was a friend. And you don't want to be the friend that you don't want to be someone that's always going to their friend to talk about other stuff. Like, I don't know how to explain. It's so much easier just to talk to your partner about stuff because
and it helps you
build the role.
It's part of your role as a partner, and it helps you build a relationship.
Like, I know we've spoken about it before, like when it comes to like money and stuff, like who would your first point of... Still to this day, my first point of contact would be my partner. No, obviously we've talked about like parents and friends, whatever. But for me, it still stands like the first person I would call was my partner. And if I'm judging it by the early stages of my relationship, 100%, because that person was literally like, forget the romantic side of anything.
Yeah.
The basis of it was a friendship.
That's probably the hardest part.
That was the hardest part that I'm still feel like I'm still coming to terms with, mourning it, because that's still a void that has not been filled filled again.
Oh no, it's okay. Sorry, that just makes me sad.
No, it's fine. But I think it's fine because
I know it's fine.
I think I feel like any relationship that I get into afterwards, that will always there will always be a void there that would need to be filled in that way, because I don't feel like any particular friend that I have, not to sound in a rude way or anything, I don't think there's any particular friend that will ever
be able to give you that.
To give me that.
No, I hear you. It's different.
And no disrespect to you or to you guys or any of my friends, but that's just the reality of my situation. And until I pray to God that I find romantic love again, and hopefully do get married and stuff, but there's just a different type of connection that you have with a person that you're romantically involved with, or a person that you're dating or whatever. There is a different type of friendship, or it's a bit more special, and that is something that I definitely do miss in terms of that. But don't worry, guys, I'm fine. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
For real.
I got really real for a second. Child, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, facts. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, like Tammy mentioned at the beginning, make sure you guys follow us on our socials.
Yep.
Everywhere. That is the Uncut Podcast. If you guys have enjoyed this episode and you're like, okay, I can't wait until next week Wednesday, make sure you guys sign up to our... So next week Monday, sorry. Make sure you guys sign up to our episode on Patreon. Make sure you sign up to us on Patreon to get another episode on Wednesday. Yeah, we drop episodes on Wednesday, so that's probably why you're noticing, I'm only seeing odd numbers. That's why. But yeah, make sure you guys follow us on our personal Instagrams as well. We post in there about what we do and stuff. And yeah, as always, we love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye.